try to even out this 4-game series. They lost in the first game last night, 7-5. But, you know, this offense has been clicking all month. Guys on the minor league offense has been clicking all month as well, including player of the month for the minor leagues, Gunnar Henderson. Look at his numbers. Second-round draft pick back in 2019. Just 2019 so far, Paul.
Yeah.
Youngest player to debut at AAA this season. 2 hits on base 3 times last night against Nashville. Home run in his first at-bat. Bowie this year, 312. The guy's just been sensational. Look at the OPS, 1.205. The number 3 prospect for the Orioles, number 46 overall in the top 100. And last night, this is what he did. Look at this home run. Batting left-handed, gone. Not a whole lot of drama to that one. Look at the left fielder, the right fielder stopping shy of the warning track. When he hits him, he hits him.
He crushes the ball, and that was especially key because it was off the lefty, against whom he has struggled a whole lot in Bowie. So the question mark coming into his time in AAA Norfolk was going to be, can he be as good or a little bit worse than against lefties than he has been against righties, because he's been utterly incredible against righties. You saw those numbers there. So can he have a little bit more success against lefties?
Actually, and you know, it's just great to see, as you said, the maturation of this young man. What's next for me? Can I hit lefties?
Yeah.
Okay, bam, let me hit one against a lefty. I am a big time, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not even ashamed to say it. I'm a big time Gunnar Henderson fan. He's my favorite minor leaguer at the start of the year. The most intriguing one to me, because I think he's the guy that when he comes up, he is going to be a difference maker in that infield. I think he's also the guy that he could be one of these kids. He has a talent to be a perennial all-star.
Yeah, you talk about guys with high ceilings in the Orioles farm system right now. He might have the highest ceiling of any position player. Maybe Grayson Rodriguez has the highest ceiling of any pitcher. But Gunnar Henderson, being just 20 years old, he turns 21 later this month. And for him to be as dominant at the plate as he has been, he's still playing shortstop, which a lot of people thought he would probably move over to third base full-time. He can play third, but the ability to play shortstop. He had 12 stolen bases to being caught just 3 times when he was with Bowie for the first 2 months of the season. Speed has been a big factor of his game, so he is flashing every single tool.
Yeah.
And talk about ceiling, he could certainly hit his high ceiling.
I love him. I love him. Another guy that the player that a lot of fans are looking forward to. We haven't heard from him all year. He's now in Delmarva making his debut. That's Heston Kjerstad, number 2 overall pick in 2020. First team All-American, number 9 ranked prospect. 2019 Team USA member. This kid checks all the boxes, left-handed power hitter. What does he not do? But now he hasn't played, and now he has. Now he will.
Yeah, after having myocarditis, which of course kept him out of action immediately after he was drafted, and then coming into the season, felt like he was ready to get going, and then he's slowed by that right hamstring strain. So it's been a long process for him. He's had to be very patient. He talked about that with the media earlier today. And the maturity of this kid, who's now 23 years old, exactly 2 years since he was taken number 2 overall. He's been very impressive how he's conducted himself and how he's handled himself as he has dealt with all of these setbacks. Not expected to play every single inning of every single game after he makes his debut tonight in Delmarva, but his first at-bat, he already had an RBI groundout. So getting things done early, and if he continues to get his reps in and perform like the Orioles expect him to, I would not be shocked to see him in Aberdeen soon, and maybe with Bowie by the end of the season.
I remember the days when we were excited in this organization because you had guys like Manny Machado and Jonathan Scope, and they were very impressive players, but it wasn't a very long list of minor league prospects in this organization. Right now, it seems, Paul, between you and Molesky, I'm learning about somebody every week. I mean, who's this guy? Who's that guy? Then you look him up, you look at his numbers, like, well, I can't blame you for not talking about him because the guys you were talking about before him were so impressive. There's so many impressive young players now in this organization.
There really are. It's the reason that the Orioles have the #1 farm system, according to MLB Pipeline. It's not just the top-end guys, which they have. They have Adley, they have Grayson, they have D.L. Hall, they have Gunnar Henderson and Colton Cowser, but they also have incredible depth. I mean, Bruce Zimmerman starting tonight, Nick Vespi, who we talked to before the game, not top 30 prospects, and they're guys who are coming up and performing very well. So to see the team in Baltimore performing as well as they have been as of late, and then to know that some of their heavy hitters are still on the way is incredibly exciting.
And this is the deal. Now, I want to address the people who, well, they're just having success in the minor leagues. I'd rather have prospects who have success in the minors than explain while your prospects aren't having success in the minors. You're supposed to kill it in the minors. What they do in the majors is still to be seen.
Yeah.
But they're doing what they're supposed to do by tearing it up in the minors.
And they're winning games, which is something that the Orioles have emphasized at those lower levels, because the hope is that when they all come up at different times, kind of staggered. We've already seen Adley. We're expecting to see Grayson, but unfortunately he had the injury. Could maybe see somebody like a DL Hall later on in the season. Maybe Jordan Westberg or Gunnar Henderson tears it up in Norfolk and we see them. To see all these guys come up and then to try to carry those winning ways and the culture that they've instilled on the farm, to be able to bring that up to Baltimore is something that is going to truly turn the tide when this team starts competing for playoff spots.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot in Kansas City right now on this Friday night.
Okay.
Who's the most intriguing of all the minor leaguers?
I got to go with Kobe Mayo, who is not off to an outstanding start by his standards because of how well he performed in about 40 games last year when he made his professional debut. But he's on the younger side. He's a third baseman. He was signed over slot late in that 2020 draft. Yeah, write that one down. Remember the name Kobe Mayo, and a lot more people are taking notice of this kid because he has risen up the prospect rankings. He's got incredible power. The exit velo on some of his home runs have been record-shattering, and he's had the ability to stick at third base for the time being. Some people don't know if he'll stick there long-term, but his continued reps there are making him a better third baseman. He's got an incredible arm from third base, so wherever he plays, if it's a corner outfield, he'll have a plus-plus arm. So Kobe Mayo, somebody to keep your eye on, and it's especially exciting when you pair him with Heston Kjerstad, who's now made his debut.
The outfield is getting more and more crowded. If you haven't checked this guy out, Paul Mancano, MASN All Access, you're doing Oriole fandom all wrong.